Hello YouTube, Film Buff 06 here. Before I start, I just want to say happy 51st anniversary to Doctor Who. I mean, wow, a year has gone by since the Day of the Doctor was broadcast. That was broadcast this time last year. It just fantastic, and the show has now been on for just over half a century, which is just amazing, and really, long may it continue. Long may it continue. And anyway, on to the subject of this video, which is going to be my YouTube movie deal tag. Now I wasn't really tagged by anyone, not by any of my loyal subscribers, but I decided to just do this special tag of my own accord, because of course I love movies, and this special tag, I think it's right up my street anyway. And I have got 9 questions to answer in this tag. So without any further ado, let's get started. Lights, camera, action. Question number 1. What is the first movie that you could remember seeing in the cinema? Ooh, I think I have kind of a vague memory about this, but I think the first movie that I ever saw in the cinema was the very first Toy Story movie when I was 3 years old, and couldn't remember anything that much about the experience. Just kind of really shows my age, actually. So yeah. Question number 2. What is your favourite film? Good question. What's my favourite film? I think it has to be a tie between the first 2 Godfather movies, Godfathers 1 and 2. I mean, the first time that I saw both movies was back last year at the time of I think it was the Easter holidays last year. Yeah. And just what could I say about these movies that just haven't been said? I mean, I could only describe these movies in 2 words: cinematic perfection. That's all I have to say about them at the moment. I will do a review of both movies, the whole Godfather trilogy, actually. That is including a part 3. and I think I'll explain why they are both my favourite films during those reviews, individual reviews. So yeah. Question number 3. What film makes you cry? Now, well, I don't really normally cry in most movies, but if I have to really pick one, it would have to be the Green Mile, because it would have to be the Green Mile, especially because of the ending. Obviously, when Michael Clark Duncan's character, John Coffey, ends up getting electrocuted in the electric chair. That scene is so emotionally draining, and it's just so freaking powerful. I mean, I literally got a little tear in my eye when I got a little tear or two in my eye when I watched that scene, and I almost indeed felt like crying at that moment, just literally. But that kind of goes to prove how great that film is. Question number 4 is kind of an interesting one. What movie world would you like to live in? Ooh. Hogwarts will be cool. I think the world of a Disney film would be magical. Preferably the undersea world of The Little Mermaid, or the savannah of The Lion King. But I'm going to say that if there is one movie world that I would personally like to live in, I would like to live within the awesomeness of Middle Earth. As what race, you might say? Either a hobbit because I would eat all day. I'd smoke a bit of Old Toby. I'd very much live kind of a very, very peaceful life, not doing any adventures or doing anything unexpected. And that's to paraphrase Frodo Baggins himself. Or even because I am more adventurous, and I of course have got a ridiculous amount of knowledge. I would love to be a badass, awesome wizard like Gandalf. So yeah, Middle Earth. That would be an awesome world for me to live in. Question number 5. What movie character would you most like to be? Wow. There are so many characters. I'd very much like to be. I would like to be Darth Vader. I would like to be the Joker. Sherlock Holmes. Who else? Possibly Indiana Jones as well. But I think I really have to say James Bond because I would like to be given all these top secret assignments. I would get to travel around the world. I would get to travel around the world. I would get to take down various bad guys like Blofeld and Goldfinger and Silver, Dr. No, Rossa Klebb, Scaramanga, etc. And also, I would love to have it out with the ladies. Yeah, James Bond. James Bond. That would be super coolness personified. Yeah. Question number 6. What movie has influenced you in life? Wow. Wow, I think I have to pick, 2. Not really movies, but I think movie franchises. I think Harry Potter is one, because of course I grew up with the series. And it has to be some of the Disney films. I mean, in particular the Disney Renaissance movies. You know, Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Lion King, Hunchback of Notre Dame, Hercules, Mulan, and Tarzan. I think those movies kind of have a very special place in my heart, I think. Yeah. Question number 8. What movie crush do you have? Well, I do have a thing for Louise Brooks, and if you don't know who Louise Brooks is, she was known as one of the greatest Hollywood film actresses of the 1920s or the silent era, who is most famous for her iconic jet black bobbed haircut. So I haven't seen any of her work, but I have seen I haven't seen any of her work, but I will do I will do some. That will be for the future. And can I let you guys in on a secret? It has always been a secret wish of mine that if I had a TARDIS, I could go back in time to 1920s Hollywood, meet up with Louise Brooks, and possibly take her out on a date. I know she's dead now, but I know she's dead nowadays, but I would love to go back to the 20s and meet up with her and take her out on a date. You know, I have a thing for pretty girls with bobs, you know, the bob haircut. Yeah, quite a sexy hairstyle. Anyway, and question number 9, the final question is, who is your favourite movie director of all time? Wow. Nowadays I would say both Christopher Nolan and David Fincher are some of my favourite directors working today. But of all time, it's really between Alfred Hitchcock and Stanley Kubrick. You know what? I have to say, the good old master of suspense himself, Alfred Hitchcock. Yeah, Alfred Hitchcock. Sorry. So, that's really it for, that's really all the questions, that's all the questions that I hope I've answered, kind of coherently. And the 3 people, the 3 the 3 YouTubers I'm going to nominate to take part in this special tag are Ethan from Ethan DJC, Taylor from the Kermit Creation, and an old friend of mine, Steph Felton. And with that said, thank you so much for watching this video. My next video is going to be a review of the 2013 documentary, The Armstrong Lie. So until then, do take care, everyone, and that's a wrap.